Alright, here's the epilogue. In the months that followed his coronation, Alistair proved to be a popular king. If largely unwilling to involve himself in matters of governing, he travelled often, making appearances in towns throughout Ferelden to the great delight of the commoners. They referred to him as king with a common touch, even if a few knew it was a simple aversion to a life at court. News that the urn of sacred ashes has been found in Ferelden did not spread outside the Chantry until Brother Genetivi made an announcement several months after the defeat of the Darkspawn. The manuscript detailing his research and his experience with the Andraste's cult drew huge interest among scholars throughout Thedas. Some years later, the Chantry announced that the resting place of Andraste's ashes had indeed been found. A ripple of excitement spread among the pious people of Thedas, with many undertaking pilgrimages to see the ashes or partake of their healing powers. Following months of effort, the Tower of the Circle of Magi was finally cleansed of the last spirits to slip through the veil. No further abominations were created, and First Enchanter Irving was pleased to declare the circle safe. All that could be saved had been. With the slavers shut down in the alienage, the lot of the city-born elves improved for a time. The new king even named the local elder to his personal court, a scandal among the humans, but a sign of a new hope to the elves. Shiani continued to be an outspoken member of the alienage community, and in time became the new elder. That outspokenness earned her frequent trouble, but served her people well. I liked Shiani. Arl Eamon remained in Denerim for some time, acting as the Chancellor and Chief Advisor to King Alistair. Tegan ruled over Redcliffe in his stead and was surprised to find himself well loved by the villagers, who were still grateful for the nights he spent defending their lives. In time, Eamon abdicated in favor of his brother, an event the locals greeted with approval and enthusiasm. It sounds like my Chester sniffing. The Dalish elves prospered after the siege at Denerim, having earned much respect for their part in the battle. For once, human lands welcomed the wandering folk. That's a nice change. The new leader, Lanea, was respected both amongst the Dalish as well as in the Ferelden court. She was a voice of reason, and other Dalish clans would turn to her to help resolve disputes with human folk. In time, many of the Dalish clans moved to the new land provided for them in the south near Ostagar. Wary of their human neighbors, however, tensions soon rose again, and only Keeper Linnea's leadership kept peace alive. In Orzammar, King Haramont found himself in a protracted battle against Balin's rebellion that left him unable to gain the stability he needed. The clan lords objected to many of his measures in the assembly, and only his efforts to increase the dwarves' isolation from the surface met with any success. Isolation. In time, Haramont's health began to fail. Some claimed it was poison, while others said it was his flagging spirit. Either way, after a protracted illness, the king finally passed away. The wrangling in the assembly for a successor began almost immediately. It's another deadlock. Brother Burkel's new chantry in Orzammar drew a surprising number of converts among the dwarves. They quickly attracted a great deal of anger from the more conservative quarters, and before long the assembly severely restricted the Andrastians' rights. Brother Burkel resisted and was slain while being arrested during a peaceful demonstration in the Commons. The assembly claimed this was an accident, but news of the resulting riots reached the chantry on the surface, where the Divine even contemplated a new exalted march. Not a good idea. Dwarves are great trading partners to Thedas. The dwarven mage, Dagna, ultimately completed her studies at the rebuilt Circle Tower. Eventually she published a comprehensive theory of how lyrium vapors relate to the supply of magic. It gained a great deal of attention. Although the Anvil of the Void was destroyed, rumors about its location crept into Orzammar. Years later, thanks to the defeat of the Darkspawn on the surface, a few determined smiths managed to locate the Anvil's remains. In the lava? Oh no, it wasn't put in the lava, it was destroyed with the hammer, that's right, so it would be in pieces. They examined the ruins of the Anvil, and upon returning to Orzammar with their findings, convinced the Shapewright to attempt to recreate Caridin's research. A new golem was created, bound with the spirit taken from the Fade. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea, but can they control the spirit? I guess if they have a control rod. It's better than using a dwarf for that. That's horrible. Horrible. The golem immediately went insane, killing several shapers before it was destroyed. The research was branded excessively dangerous and sealed away. Whispers of its existence circulated throughout Orzammar, however, and demand among the Smith caste to reopen Caridin's research refused to abate. As good as her word, Morrigan disappeared once the Archdemon was slain. Someone of Morrigan's description was seen traveling alone months later, heading west through the Frostback Mountains, and she may even have been with child. There was no word of her after that. With Flemeth dead, or at least gone, the chances of tracking her down were slim indeed. One cannot help but wonder, however, what became of the child? What were Morrigan's plans? These questions must remain a mystery for now. As for Aiden's companions, they went their separate ways. Liliana, however, elected to remain at the side of her love, at least for a time. As the blighted lands began to heal and the Grey Wardens slowly rebuilt the Order in Amaranthine, they discovered that the fight against the Darkspawn was not yet complete. Although the Horde was routed and had dissolved upon the Archdemon's death, many of the more powerful Darkspawn survived to organize roving warbands that preyed both upon the land and upon each other. Yes, that will be requiring my attention for the foreseeable future. These warbands spread havoc, and some even journeyed west into Orlais or crossed the Shining Sea by the deep roads. They proved incredibly difficult to wipe out. But these are tales yet to be told. This tale ended when Aiden sank his blade into the Archdemon's head and destroyed it forever. It was not the last that Ferelden would hear of him, however. And now we have the end credits. There's going to be pictures coming up and as it goes along. So I'll leave it here, and you can watch till the end. Thanks for watching my Let's Roleplay of Dragon Age Origins, the main campaign. There's more to come. Almost as much, about half as much left for Origins, and I'll be putting that out shortly after this. So thanks for watching, guys, and definitely do not forget to subscribe.